Tom Jones.
Aye, Tom Jones.
Why should you think he was here?
We all know Tom Jones's weakness.
Nay, if it be weakness to admire bright eyes, you strong men had best get back to the bottle.
Harky, how she flares in defence of Tom Jones.
By the way, where's Sophia Weston? Why, she be stowed away too.
You don't suppose? Why, sure, Squire Weston's daughter would turn up her nose at a penny sparrow like Tom Jones.
If it be weakness to admire bright eyes, many a girl turns her nose up to make room for the kiss beneath.
Tut. Why, Harky, I've heard Squire Weston's even now making a match of it between Miss Sophia and Mr. Allworthy's nephew, Flibble.
If Mr. Bliffer were to marry me, oh, I'd scratch him.
And if Tom Jones were to ask you?
Sure, I'd ask him myself, if I were old enough.
Hello, Charlie Ho! Here comes Squire. Have you found the road? Where be Tom Jones? Where be Gregory? Gregory? Where be that dun-bitted lump of aggravation? Gregory? Frizzle? Dobbin? Here be Tommy, Squire.
And Grizzle, Squire. Be you calling of I, Squire?
Calling? I'll be horse all year round, calling of he. Maybe Tom Jones. Just as I be rising to propose his toast, I find I can't find him.
I see him steal away a while since, while you was telling your story of the maid and the cuckoo.
Oh, that'd be a funny story, eh, Gregory? Shall I tell you again?
Right, it be a full week since I heard it.
Nay, nay, we all know it.
Oh, but the ladies haven't heard it. I'll be going to tell the ladies. January morning in Somersetshire, two pretty maidens go walking along, when suddenly there came from a carpet so clear the sound of a cuckoo song. It astonished those pretty maids, the cuckoo call you hear on a January morning in Somersetshire. On a January morning in Somersetshire. Said one to her companion, I'm bound for to see young sweet warbler, what sings in the wood? What sings in the wood? The other one said, Phoebe, you stay where you be, that cuckoo ain't up to no good. 'Tis for pretty maids to run away when cuckoo sings so clear. On a January morning in Somersetshire. On a January morning in Somersetshire. But the pretty maid went seeking the coppice alone, as the funny lenders so for to do, and now she goes lamenting and making a moan that cuckoo in winter ain't true. 'Tis a solid one for pretty maids when cuckoo sings so clear. On a January morning in Somersetshire. On a January morning in Somersetshire. Lonely one, lonely one, lonely one, lonely one. Solid one for silly maidens. When cuckoo sings clear, when cuckoo sings clear. On a January morning in Somersetshire. Why don't he go seek Tom Jones instead of gasping and choking like a youth full of clover?
Hey, I'm not find him. I think I saw him today, the lady, and I think I know where.
Oh, run then, girl, tally-ho, hunt him down, up you go. Down the road, I do believe all the men for 20 mile around can go through fire and water for it, and their daughters and sisters to go to fire without water for it. Hello, Tabitha.
Here be Mr. Allworthy and Mr. Blifil.
Welcome, neighbour Allworthy.
Dear Squire Weston,
Ah, Blifil. Neighbour, the lawyer's papers be all ready to sign.
yes, but meantime, where's the hero of your feast? My poor adopted boy.
Tom Jones? Oh, the rascal. No sooner had he recovered from his broken arm, he started running after the girls again.
Brother.
Odds jacket, can a man speak back? Tabitha, where be Sophia?
I heard she stole away with Master Jones. As you say, Squire, the girls do run after him.
What, my daughter? Zooks, Tony, you're a fool. Don't you know the difference between my daughter and other people's? Tabitha, you always look for Sophia. When you look everywhere, Archie's sister, take another look and look everywhere else.
Oh, these bumpkin manners.
In God, with these women, you can't talk properly about anything. Now I'll tell him.
Nay, sir, where be the hero of your feast?
Oh, the girls have gone to find him. There's just time to tell him.
Hey, it's ever and everywhere the same tale. Blifil has even now been distressing me with a painful story of the boy's depravity.
What? Blifil telling tales out of school? Shame on his shame.
Nay, sir, I protest. I would rather throw the cloak of charity over poor Tom's infirmities than seek malicious revenge in tearing down the veil of dissimulation that hides.
Here comes the latest people as well. Hello, Tom.
Oh, let me go!
Dead, dead. Come, lad, you really want to earth.
Nay, I tell you, I can't make a speech.
Ah, but thou shalt. And where did the rascal break cover?
We found him by Cherry Coppers.
Aye, I thought I heard the rustling of a lady's skirt.
And I thought I heard something like the sound of kissing.
All been after girls again, you dog. But come, the toast, the toast. Fill up, everybody. Ladies and all, you all fully charged? Right then, 1, 2, 3. Take it from me. Here's to Tom Jones.
Tom Jones!
Stone walls, edges, ditches, they be all one to him. He saved my little girl's life, and there's nothing I wouldn't give him or do for him. So here's the health of Tom Jones. Good luck in love and sport, and long life to him.
Nay, I tell you, I can't make a speech. I don't know what to say, except that I'm most grateful for your kindness. And when it comes to telling of what people have done, who has nursed and pampered me here a month as if I had been his own son. Why, Squire Weston?
Oh, go on, Tommy. Hey, why don't you sing us a song?
West country lad, what is he like? A horse to ride. I have no steed, no sturdy hand to sit to stride. I hear the music, hark the tap, the countryside. They would like to go around, I have no steed, no gay, or that goes over mine. Oh, give a horse a gray or black, or sorrow or brown or white. What shall it be said, as long as it does no more? I looked inside its sewers and acquaintances. They could party go and yet I have no baby eyes and yet I hate the
I think all this guzzling's disgusting.
Nobody asked no opinion, Tabitha.
Shall we go in, ladies, to the drawing room? I'll follow presently.
Yes, it grows chill, and we must hear dear Miss Weston sing.
I do wonder where Sophia could be.
Come, Squire. Shall we go in?
Aye, physic and business are better swallowed quick. Tommy, let me get back to the table.
What is he waiting for? Sophia Weston? Ah, Cherry Coppers!
Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, your company will miss you.
Ah, yes, I must join them. I wish you would go.
He was waiting for someone. Ah, as I thought, Mistress Honor.
Oh, Miss Western.
Yes, honey, what are you doing here?
Doing, Mom? Running about, Mom.
What are you running for?
To get there sooner, Mom.
To get where?
Where I'm going, Mom.
Malapert, I will go speak to your mistress about this. Where is she?
My mistress?
Yes, I have sought her everywhere.
Yes, Mom. She's not there.
Stupidity or impudence. I will go look in the garden. Should you see your mistress, let her know Mr. Blithell seeks her.
Yes, Mom. Don't worry back on my account.
Miss Sophia, you may come now.
At last. I heard my aunt's voice. Has she gone?
Yes. I am to tell you that Mr. Blithell asked for you.
Nay, then be quick to forget your message. For I hate the name of Mr. Blithell, as I do anything that's base and treacherous. But tell me, have I been missed? Did anyone see me in the coppice?
No.
Oh, I've lost my muff.
Lost your muff? Where, miss?
Oh, never mind. Have you seen him?
Whom? Your father?
No, I mean... What are you laughing for?
Laughing to think you could not remember his name, miss.
Of course I remember his name. How absurd.
The Joneses are a large and distinguished family. Yet Mistress Jones is not a name to change Miss Western for.
Of course not. You speak as if I were in
what, Ma'am?
love indeed. Prodigious nonsense.
La, what an idea. Love indeed. Cannot a young lady steal away into the woods with a young man for a quiet talk about the crops and whatnot, without people talking of love?
Nay, your malice turns all I have to say against me. Do you think Mr. Jones would come out to me?
Oh, yes. I think he might spare the time if it be only for a moment. I'll go and ask him.
I wonder why he looks so much more handsome and brave than the others. I wonder what he was going to say when we were interrupted. I wonder... Oh, what's the use of wondering? disturbed you, pray?
Ah, dear, such disturbance, sweet beyond compare. Speak, speak, all my time, my life is yours.
Take care, we must make haste.
Then let us make haste.
Huh.
Slowly.
I pray you, madam, remember that the dragon still hovers about us.
The dragon?
It's western, sir, but I look out for it. I think your ladyship will not be wanting me.
Oh, yes, I think...
If you will let me say what I think 2 be company and 3 be one too many.
I must go in for my shawl. It grows chill.
Stay a moment. I have something to say.
But my father asked for me. My aunt seeks me. Some other time.
All through the happy month I have been here. I have been waiting for some other time.
Happy month? With a broken arm?
Aye, the happiest I have known. But it was not my arm that hurt most.
Why? What other? I think I hear my father's voice.
Hey, don't go. I must speak to you.
But what can you have to say?
Nothing I feel I can say without presumption.
No, not now.
No, don't go. My happy month is at an end, and tonight I return to Mr. Allworthy's. There's nothing to remain of the enchantment I have known. For a month I have lived in sunshine and bliss. For a month flowers have blossomed beneath my feet, and the glowing sun of noon has shone in rosy skies above my very head. For a month.
Miss! The dragon!
The devil!
My aunt! I must go! I must run!
As I thought. You are still here?
If it please your ladyship.
Hussy, Mr. Jones, my brother shall hear of this discovery. So, I know well enough what wench it was seen with you in Cherry Coppice.
Nay, madam, I protest.
Let be. 'Tis easy to profit by the blunders of fools and to mend them.
Whispering before my very face. Get ye to work, slut. I vow and protest that till you be dismissed, I will never speak to my brother again.
Sure, if you do tell the squire that, he will double my wages for life.
I don't know what servants are coming to, nor gentlemen neither, when they stood like goats and vandals to make love to chambermaids.
I assure you, madam, you mistake. You make mountains out of molehills.
I make no mountains out of moleskins. I warrant you, kissing my brother's servants before me.
Nay, if you will, madam, he shall be after you. I kiss none yet.
What? Would you extend your profligacy to me? How dare you, sir? I would like to see any young man kiss me.
It isn't any young man that would. But I observed, we are observed. Kissing you before your servants will be as bad as kissing them before you. Madam, I am your ladyship's most humble and obedient servant.
Gregory! Drop it! Grizzle! This is nothing to laugh at. Fool! If you can get your bumpkin grin through that door, go bring Squire Weston out at once.
Fetch him? Why, it ain't time yet to carry Squire to bed.
I said bring him out at once.
'Tis more than I durst venture, ma'am. Squire vowed I couldn't enough from last on dinner before he was drunk. And next morning, when he found out what an awful blunder I'd made, he swore. Lord, I never heard Squire swear so beautiful. Blood, says he. Saving your ladyship's presence, ma'am. If I'd been sober, he says, no man should have carried me to bed before I was drunk. But as I says to him, ma'am, if you'd been sober, you'd have known you was drunk, ma'am. I mean, if he'd not been drunk, he'd have known me. Dang me if I ain't getting muddled myself.
Jones, these chawbacons, they think there is nothing to be done between dinner and bed but drinking wine. What society for a woman of figure and quality, who is mixed with the beau esprit of the metropolis. I will go look for the squire myself and bid him dismiss you as well as Mistress Honor.
Mistress Honor? Why, she be my sweetheart. What's she done, ma'am?
Your sweetheart, is she? A nice couple, truly. 'Twas she stole away to the coppice with your funny Master Tom this afternoon. And I caught them in here kissing just now. But I'll have the baggage sent about her business. Mistress Honor, forsooth!
honour with Master Tom.
He be a fine, funny fellow, Master Tom.
Will you say anything to her, Gregory?
Will I say anything to her? Wait till I set eyes on her. I'll give her a bit of my mind and my big stick too. I'll rend her limb from limb. I'll set her across my knee and I'll...
Well, what will you do, and you'll do, and you'll do, and you'll do? Now let's see what you will do.
Well,
what?
Aye, come on, Gregory. You said you'd take her across your knee.
And rend her limb from limb.
'Tis no use, Honor. I can't marry you now.
What? You can't marry me now, eh? You'll give me a bit of your mind and a bit of your stick. You'll take me over your knees, will you? Why, you big, cruel, overbearing bully. You strike a poor, weak, defenseless woman, would you?
What be the matter? What have poor Gregory been doing again?
Browbeating, that's what he'd been doing, but I show him.
Now, Gregory, be brave.
Show her what you're made of, Gregory.
Leave him alone, can't you?
I say Gregory ought to...
And you too, don't you try to bully my poor Almus Gregory. I can do all the bullying that we wanted in this family when we be married. Can't I, Gregory?
Aye. And when we get married, we'll keep a little roadside inn, and he shall bully the customers to pay for the ale, while I do sit and drink it under the green bough. A little roadside inn for we under the green bough. A roadside inn so filled with it, for lads that follow the plough. We'll drink to the body go, drink to the body go. A quart pot, a pint pot, a nipperkin, a pipperkin, under the green bough. We'll drink to the body go, hey ho, and all be ready to drink to the body go. With a hey ho, couple of drink to the body go. October ale so round was brewed under a green bough. October brew and plenty too, the lads that follow the plough. We'll drink to the body mo, drink to the body mo. A hogshead, a gallon jar, a quart pot, a pint pot, a nipperkin, a pipperkin, under the green bough. We'll drink to the body mo, hey ho, and all be ready to drink to the body mo. With a hey ho, couple of drink to the body mo, the body mo. Come across the back of the motor, under the green bough, and the locomotion under the green bough. Across the back of the and the lads that follow the plough. We'll drink to the body mo, drink to the body mo. An ocean, a river, a hogshead, a gallon jar, a quart pot, a pint pot, a nipperkin, a pipperkin, an ocean, a river, a hogshead, a gallon jar, a quart pot, a pint pot, a nipperkin, a pipperkin, a
next week, and the christening. Ah, Sophia, I was going to make you happy. Oh, she's blushing already. But I used to blush myself before I was married.
Hey, now you embarrass her. Our only aim must be to make sure of her affection.
Affection? Stubborn nonsense. Why, if I'd waited for my wife to have affections, as you call them, I'd have been a bachelor to this day. But where's Blifil?
Blifil? Why?
Oh, here he comes. Oh, we've been waiting for him. Where have he been?
I've been meditating in the lover's nook in Cherry Coppice.
Cherry Coppice?
What villainy be he actually now?
Ah, Tom was aforehand with you there. But what's this tale here about you, Tom?
Aye, Tom, I'm distressed to hear of this fresh misconduct.
Misconduct, sir? Why? What fresh offence?
Oh, no fresh offence, as the old Adam chasing after a new Eve in my own Garden of Eden too, Dangy.
Yes, and by the way, I found something on the lover's seat.
Her muff.
Whose muff is this?
I tell you, I saw...
Nay, then let me speak. The muff is mine, sir. Thank you, sir. My mistress gave it to me only this morning.
You dare to make love to Miss Sophia's own maid?
I? No, sir.
Will you deny, sir, that I saw you kissing Miss Honor here in the garden?
Oh, let it be, Allworthy. Boys will be boys, and waiting maids the world over were made to be kissed.
Well, on this happy day, I'm prepared to overlook even this offence. But I warn you to strain my indulgence no further. Eh, Blifil?
I always try to hope for the best, sir.
Aye, let it be, Allworthy. Slide up, though. Steal a kiss and never tell, eh? There's honour amongst thieves, we have vengeance.
What a relief.
What's come, Father?
Nay, I only know that love is blind, and I'm in no haste to find the light.
La 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 la
Sophia and Blittle. Aye, sir, I attend you.
You and I make one here. Hey, honey.
Your father leaves me with you. I trust my company and conversation are not unwelcome.
My father's desires, however they surprise me, are ever my commands.
I rejoice to find you so complying. Then, without further preliminaries, by your father's and my uncle's desires, I proffer myself as a suitor to your hand in marriage.
As a suitor to my hand in marriage? You? What outrage is this?
No outrage, I hope. I may surely offer you my love, even though I be no foundling, nor dependent on my uncle's charity.
Sir, you insult me. Let me go, sir.
Not until you've heard what I have to say. I thought you had regard for your father's desires and commands.
In all else, sir, but this, I will never marry you.
What?
I detest you. Let me go. Break my hands if you will. I'd leave them to get away from you.
What be this then? What be this? Be this your love making? He kind of reminds me of your mother.
This gentleman has insulted me.
If a man can't insult his own affianced wife, whom in devil's name should a man insult?
His wife, sir, I can never be. Indeed, this is the one instance in which I must disobey you.
You. Get in, I'll talk to her. Get in, Biffle, and you, sister, I'll talk to her.
Pray, sir, be gentle with her.
Gentle? I'll warrant I'll break her in. Now, girl, what's the meaning of these tantrums? You're to be made happy, I tell you, so let's hear no more about it.
But, Father, your poor Sophie's happiness, her very life, her being, depends upon you breaking this marriage.
Oh,
I cannot live with Mr. Blifil. To force me into this marriage would be killing me.
stuff and nonsense.
Oh, sir, such a marriage is worse than death. He is not even indifferent to me. I hate and detest him.
If you hate and detest never so much, you shall have him. I'm determined upon this match, so I'll leave you to consider it. And make sure you give this young man a civil and proper answer when I send him out. You hear?
Father! Father! He's gone. And all my hopes dashed to the ground. A moment ago I was more happy than I'd ever been in my life. And now I'm more wretched than I thought it possible to be. But if I cannot marry where I love, I can at least refuse to marry where I hate.
Sophia in tears. What has happened?
Oh, Mr. Jones, leave me, I beseech you.
Miss Weston, Sophia, what is the cause of this distress?
Oh, you don't know what's happened this cruel day. My father orders me to marry Blifil.
Marry Blifil?
It's all arranged.
Nay, my kind protector, Mr. Allworthy, will never consent to that.
He has consented. Go before Blifil returns.
No, I cannot go. Sophia, it must not, cannot be. I must be. Sure no one ever loved like me. Sophia, can you...
Why? What would you have me say?
Only 3 little words. Can you say them? I love you.
I love you.
Boy, my love, what I need. Those little words shall live in my heart, and all I've done, like a glad sweet song, bring happiness when we're apart. So say my love, oh say my love, come by me, and whisper them once again. I give you my breast, oh dearest and best, this secret shall every day.
Request for praise blame. 'Tis no request I proffer, I command. Withdraw you, madam.
So I refrain.
Since you have lost your sense of shame, that all the laws and modesty clouds. To listen to this dog whose very name was thrown in like a bone, then hear me out. It be your fancy to affect the ways of shameless dames of passion, because we only to protect you from this baseball scoundrel's passion. Before we stand, I scoundrel.
apex of iniquity, all forms to sever. I'll suffer you no longer, I cause you all forever. I cause you all forever.
Begone, ungrateful hussy, quit my side.
Shame upon them.
Quit my side.
Shame upon them.
one more day will leave them sad and sorry. To a distant field of gold.
What be the matter? Been a wild boar breaking out again. Now, would you go and fetch Mr. Partridge? Mr. Partridge had put a ring through his nose, I warrant.
I must admit the squire's conversation is...
Conversation, do you call it? To my mind, 'tis more like barking than talking. But when it comes to profligacy...
Profligacy, madam?
I marry. He called me an old woman, he did, to this very face.
Impudent. Well, I warrant you put him down, ma'am.
No, heaven be praised. I am buried 3 husbands without knowing how to put that down. I told him I'd fetch a doctor to him.
A doctor, but the squire will never allow that.
Hoity-toity. If Mr. Partridge waited to be allowed, he'd never have a customer.
Here be, ma'am. Here be Mr. Partridge.
Oh, well, now, look at him. Is this a man to be allowed?
Oh, madam, you're most obedient and devoted. Sir, Benjamin Partridge has the honour to lay his modest, but I think I may say unrivalled gifts at your lordship's feet. I am an humble disciple of Aesculapius, a not undistinguished Professor Ayrton. With these simple appurtenances of my art and craft, I shall treat ad libitum, to use the aptly phrase of the classic poet, a raging toothache, or a smoky chimney. My thoughts, balms, quills, pills, gargles, bleaches and polishes shall cure in a general way anything. I shall dose you, salve you, plaster bleed or blister you. I shall shave you for a penny, cut your hair for 3 halfpence, draw every tooth in your head for a groat, and bleed you. Produce your complaint, and though it calls hugest, as also piled on pillion, Benjamin Partridge shall cap it with a remedy. As for the rest, my modest but unrivalled gifts speak, I think, for themselves. Partridge, a person of parts, versed in the healing and medical arts, original weather preventer for death, doctor advisor and barber as well. Barber as well, doctor advisor and barber as well. Come and I'll shave you and if you are ill, better and please you and give you a pill. Bring that cheek on the edge of the grave, the clouds of the blister, the clouds of the shame. Bring that cheek on the edge of the grave, the clouds of the blister, the clouds of the shame, the pussy of blister, the clouds of the shame. Oh, madam, his lordship may be a little shy.
But you misapprehend, sir. 'Tis not this gentleman himself that needs you. 'Tis...
Say no more. The value of a lord was no more to Homer himself than to Benjamin Partridge. Perhaps his lady.
Nay, Mr. Partridge, I tell you, it is the gentleman with the goat.
With a goat? Oh, gad! Ah, why then, my daddy, I shall go bleed the gentleman at once.
But my dear sir, I tell you, you can't.
Can't, sir, can't. I have leeches here what can draw blood from a stone.
If you go for the bleed squire, I'll tell you this squire will draw first blood. I'll be going to draw a quart of ale.
Ale? He got that one brigade.
Aye, to give the devil his due, he have a good in-draft for ale, but go your way to him, Mr. Partridge.
I tell you, the squire won't be led.
Squire?
Squire Weston.
Squire Weston? From Somersetshire?
Ah, you know him.
Oh, know him. Where is the old friend of my childhood? Nay, have no have no fear, I'll tickle his gap, I promise you. Benjamin Partridge's jokes are not unknown, I think. Ah, I shall make him simply roar again.
He's at the end of the corridor.
Oh.
You be sure the servant won't use her barkers. Come then, we must be off too. Here, take the reckoning out of that. If we ride hard, we shall catch him by black coppice.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? Let me get up. Let me go, little. Let me get up. If I could get up, I'd have licked him as much as he's ever been licked in his life. Let me get up.
Nay, sir, let the paltry fellow go.
He stumbles on my gouty foot, spills his leeches all over it.
But, sir, remember the state of your health and the danger of exciting yourself.
Excited? I'm not excited. I'm as calm and mild as a lamb. I just want to wring his infernal scraggy neck for it. Oh,
let me lead you away, sir.
Yeah, take me away, Blither.
When the old gentleman has a little recovered his composure, I shall call again. Oh, he's in playful mood, isn't he? What a temper. Ought to have been checked when he were young.
Is this your wit that was to set him in a roar?
No humorous perception, my dear madam, no humorous perception. I grieve to have to admit it, but the friend of my childhood has no perception of humour. Now, if you'll just excuse me a moment, I wish to gather together my impedimento. Little policies. That's extraordinary.
What's the matter?
Most extraordinary. I've lost Lizzie the Leech. I wonder where she can be. I know we came in together. Lizzie! Lizzie! Oh, I'm most anxious about her.
But the squire, how did it happen?
I will tell you. I went in with my accustomed cordiality, and knowing nothing of his daughter, introduced myself as a friend of our mutual friend Tom Jones. The squire rose with flushed and eager cheek as if to embrace me. I rushed forward with responsive enthusiasm to grasp his hand, instead of which I stood on his foot.
Did he say anything?
Did he say anything? Ha ha! Suggested scars I'll never shake her till. What a flow! Woo! No wonder Lizzie left the room.
Oh, Mr. Partridge, you really put your foot in it this time.
Hey, now I'll put my foot on it.
Oh, Mr. Partridge, you will have your little joke. But I must to work. There'll be Lady Venison's breakfast to get ready.
Well, our tempest does beauty. Pipe, he cannot stay wrinkled. Hey, Tom Jones, as I left as a boy, run off with Squire Weston's daughter. Now, if I could only find them two, I wonder.
Oh, be you Mr. Partridge, the horse doctor?
Correct, please. Benjamin Partridge, surgeon and scholar of Upton, at your service. And how may I have the honour?
My mistress's horse has gone lame. We just come. We only hears they told us there was an horse doctor at Upton.
Behold the man. So, you only just arrived in Upton this morning then? You and your, mistress travel alone?
No, together.
That's very terse. Fact is, I have been charged, nay, not to put too fine a point on it, entreated by a good friend, a squire not without some importance in Somersetshire, to make inquiries as to his daughter.
As
to?
to?
I know, talk of Herber. Benjamin Partridge can keep his counsel.
Nay, I'm not curious.
Not curious? Then you're a curious woman.
You're going to tell me something about...
Oh, no!
Yes, madam. This be the horse leech. I was asking him about your mare.
Indeed. And did you think, sir, to judge of the herd to my horse by looking at the teeth of my maid?
Yes. No. Or perhaps.
What? Another victim? Honour. Nay, beware, mistress. Though this new conquest seem coy, remember he is a leech. He may not be so easily shaken off as Gregory. Come, sir. Business before pleasure. My horse!
Madam, I fly like a shaft from Diana's bow.
From Cupid's bow, I think you mean.
Oh, well, let's say a shaft.
Say no more. Not another word till my horse be mended.
Is he? Is he?
Madam, we must be gone at once. This man's an old friend of Squire Weston's.
This? An old friend of my father's? No.
He's just told me that a Somerset squire who has a daughter has asked him to make inquiries.
Inquiries? What about?
I don't know.
You silly goose. Love then connects this wonderful tale with us.
Now you ask me, madam, I don't know.
Then I'll tell you. 'Tis your constant crave and silly fear. Had I not listened to your fears, we might have reached my Lady Bellaston's house tonight.
And your ladyship listened to me. We should never have started on this wild goose chase.
Oh, Lord.
There's no great difference between one man and another man. Between one muff and another.
No difference between Mr. Blifil and Mr. Jones, indeed. How many times have I told you that Mr. Blifil never loved anybody but himself? Mr. Jones has never and he never can love anyone but God. I know that's true because he told me so himself.
Aye, marry come up. When a man said that, in sooth, the devil's dead and the kingdom of heaven's come.
How silly she must be to compare Mr. Blifil with my Tom. I'm sure that any sensible girl would 1,000 times rather be the meanest drudge on Mr. Jones's farm than the mistress of all Mr. Blifil's estate. Rather than marry Mr. Blifil, I would take the first man that came along, just like a dream of Adrian.
breaking out again.
Now, it'd be worse than breaking things and something on the village line. What do you want?
Either want a beefsteak and a bottle of port.
Gregory! Gregory!
Where are you going, eh? Why don't we hurry?
Because I be Somersetshire, and we don't never hurry, nor worry from where I do come from. Oh, Uncle Jan Taffy joined their building seat, but they say I remarkably took after it. When my father who saw me to the woman, he said, "What is Uncle Jan Taffy to rose from the dead?" Just look at his nose, he number one snuff-coloured breeches and eyes. Oh, Trotty and Abby, look at him, my daddies, Uncle Jan Taffy's all over. Oh, Uncle Jan Taffy was foolish, they say, for he would go a singing of nonsense in May, but he never went down without nodding her head. What a summer or brother would catch to the stairs. When I went to singing of mushrooms, for sure they did jail me for poaching, and squirey squire. Oh, Ratty and Annie, look at me, my daddy, she just have it all over. Spoke it so simple and touched it so sweet, but they both seemed small again, never no more. When a wagon ran over my face, nine neighbours looked it, they said he's been jilting a maid. Oh, Ratty and Annie, look at me, my daggies, Uncle Jan Taffy's all over. Oh, Ratty and Annie, look at me, my daggies, Uncle Jan Taffy's all over.
Of course I do.
Let's be. Why, of course this gentleman breakfasts with me.
Yes, your ladyship.
That will do. Get you gone. The silly wench, I protest, has covered me with confusion. Laugh now. You are displeased that you were taken from my husband.
No, but why not have told your maid to explain that we were strangers? That our meeting on the road was accidental, that you and I...
Explain? If it please the yokels to think us married, why should not we? Nay, you shall not make me blush.
On my honour, I hardly thought that possible.
Oh, yes, indeed. Feel how my cheek burns.
It is very warm. Shall I open the window?
Nay, I feel a sort of coldness round the heart.
It is very cold. Shall I close the door?
Nay, it is a sort of palpitation. Oh, Hobbs, that was the look you wore when you rushed upon the highwaymen. Come and sit down. You dear, terrible creature, you.
Your ladyship be very obliging, but my friends the soldiers wait for me. They have almost persuaded me to take the king's shilling and join them.
Oh, fine. Have you no thought for your friends? Your family?
Family, madam, I never had. What friends I had my folly, or rather my presumption, has estranged. Because I dare to look upon my station, I am cast out, homeless, friendless, and penniless, with nothing left to lose but my life. Thank heaven I could lose that and be no poorer.
Nay, I protest your story is the saddest in the world. I think I have shed tears. Lord, tell me, how do I look?
Charming.
Have I not quite spoiled my eyes? Come and sit down, and you will see for yourself. Now what? I ask. What in the name of fury want you meddling here?
Lord, your ladyship, I but came to say that your lordship and ladyship's room is ready.
Well, well, I hope your room is better than your company. Don't stand gossiping there.
I'm married. No wonder the highwayman ran away.
I thought Upton had been a quiet village, but I vow there is more privacy in the mouth. Faint heart, you know.
Never gathered any moss. Yes, I know, but your ladyship's breakfast has been waiting.
And you shall have me eat it. Nay, you shall stay. My preserver.
Lizzie! Lizzie! Your ladyship is indisposed.
Yes. No. What is your business?
I had now but heard of your ladyship's mishap, and
You came soon enough. Who and what are you?
Benjamin Partridge, a surgeon factotum, a poor scholar, but a gentleman. Doctissimi tonsorum.
I have no use for you.
It is a lady's privilege, I would remind you, to change her mind.
This is insufferable. Impudent quacksalver.
Crushing it.
If there be no other way to get rid of him, I must withdraw.
Thank heaven she's gone. Now I can escape.
Come, Mr. Jones. I am waiting for you, Tom.
Tom Jones? Tom Jones? Is your name really Jones from Somersetshire?
It is, and what of it?
Prodigious. Why, do you not recognise me?
No.
No? Oh, true. You never saw me but once, and then you were only 4 days old.
Painful thought, but I am pressed for time.
Oh, one moment, sir. I hope you do not take me for a practically busybody.
On the contrary, I take you for a village barber.
Oh, snub it. Sir, I'm a man of very few words, but I may be able to do you a great service. First, let me ask you a question. Do you know who was your father?
I confess that now you do have me. No, I never was a wise child.
Filius Nullius. And you know nothing of your mother?
Nothing.
Hiatus and manuscriptis. This requires cogitation, but leave it to me.
You are very obliging, but you know the proverb. He would have his work done well, had best do it himself.
Oh, pardon me, sir, not in my game. If a man wants his hair cut well, he gets someone else to do it for him.
I'm in no mood for jest. Tell me what you know about my birth.
Well, it's a long...
Mr. Jones.
Why, Weston's daughter, she's fine.
Mrs. Jones.
Yes, presently.
I am waiting for you, Tom.
A plague take her!
A shame. Has the bloom worn off so soon? Get ye back to the lady, sir, and I'll promise you developments within the half hour that will astonish you.
Confound it, heaven is my witness that I did not mean to see her again, but you have whetted my curiosity, and I must return to hear what you have to say. A glass of wine with the soldiers, and then...
Hey, am I the man? Partridge the seer, Partridge the detective, Partridge the diplomatist. What discovery, what an opportunity. I'll break the news to my old friend Squire Weston. I'll reconcile him with his daughter. I'll reconcile the bride and the groom, who appear to have a tiff. And I'll reconcile Tom Jones to Mr. Already by telling him who and what the lad is. Then, having made everybody happy, I shall retire to my otium, con dignitare. There, I shall devote myself to the useful task of raising little partridges to bless posterity. This will require tact, this will require diplomacy. In short, this will require partridge. Ha! Benjamin, my boy, you're a damned clever rascal.
In the barber do know Squire Weston. This will require tact. This will require diplomacy. Well, a woman must be a fool of a woman if she cannot make a fool of a man who looks at her as the barber looks at me.
nose of a bloodhound.
At last, then, I found you.
Oh, as I live, the merry little rogue with the twinkling orbits.
La,
As smooth as he be, or her own raisin lips.
la, Mr. Barber, I don't want shaving. You seem in a mighty good temper. Are you coming to a fortune?
Ah, fortune, 'tis the very word. Come now, I'm almost of a mind to tell you.
But I know you won't. So good morning, Mr. Partridge.
Oh, one moment, Poppy. Can't keep a secret.
Nay, if you think I'm not to be trusted.
Then, I will tell you this. You know, the Squire Weston I told you of?
Squire Weston?
Ah, the one whose daughter ran away. Well, I've just discovered she's here in this very inn.
What?
Hi, in this house.
Miss Weston's here, is she?
Aye, here, that's only part of the joke. The Squire's here too.
Squire Weston? In this inn? Oh, are you sure?
Am I sure? We've been playing touch on the stairs. She's running away and he's running after her. It's a game of blind man's buff. And I'm the only one with his eyes open.
Splendid, splendid. And what do you design to do?
Well, I shall reconcile him with his daughter, and he and Tom shall bless me. At a price.
Tom?
Hi, Tom Jones, of course. He's the one she ran away with. He's with her now.
With Tom Jones? Impossible.
Look, there's her cloak.
That's my lady's. Miss Weston's cloak. Tis Tom Jones with one of his hussies. How clever of you to find him out. Tis the best jest I ever heard.
Ah, tis good, isn't it?
Honor!
The avalanche.
Gregory, I'm lost.
I found you, you jither!
Gregory, you must hear this. Don't talk, Gregory, but laugh, Gregory. This is Mr. Partridge. Don't talk, Gregory. This is Mr. Partridge, such a clever man. Don't speak, Gregory. And so you, Bruce. I must tell him, Mr. Partridge.
No, I'll tell him.
No, I'll tell him.
No, let me tell him. You tell him.
You'll laugh, Gregory, you'll laugh. Why then, Mr. Partridge has discovered that Miss Weston is in this inn. Laugh. Don't you see the joke? La, how stupid you are, Gregory. Don't you understand? She'll be caught and dragged back to her home. Think how we shall enjoy seeing her taken home in triumph with Mr. Partridge on the box seat of the coach. Unless you put your horses in the carriage and drive us away this minute, she's lost. I'll marry you tomorrow, Gregory dear, if you'll do it. I will indeed. Don't you see the joke, Gregory?
Yes, I begin to see it now. Hee-hee-ho-ho, for a keyhole, what an eye! Hee-hee-ho-ho-ho! Ho-ho-ho-ho-ho!
I do admit a point I missed to between the main. I'm sorry if it's over, very, very twist. That maid is all as plain as plain.
That maid is all as plain as plain. Ha, ha, ha,
Tis best to be blind and gay, and cry with the day.
Sparkling crimson wine. And when it do lend courage, there's nothing like it to inspire a man, either in love or in war. Here's to the sparkling wine and the soldier's scarlet coat.
Breakfast be waiting and cooling, sir. Your lady be waiting and not cooling.
I come. Joseph himself could not have escaped this adventure.
Tom!
Thank heaven the rosy neck to have tried my courage, but even now I would slip away unperceived. Why, Lady Potiphar is here. Now for a warm reception. At last, I have come back.
'Tis better late than never.
I fear I have kept you waiting.
You have.
You have caught a chill in this draughty place.
No.
I protest. I note the difference in your voice. I have much to blame.
'Tis nothing.
The inner room will be warmer.
This is well enough.
She has caught a chill with a vengeance. But you complained the conversation here was impossible. That was less private than the mouth.
When?
Before I left you. You cannot have forgotten.
But what could I have to say to you?
Oh, your ladyship was not compelled to say anything. Beauty has no obligations. It only confers them.
But why should we need privacy?
Because I thought the intrusion of an honored eyes in beauty's worship was sacrilege, and the breath of profane voices blasphemy, because I misunderstood. I did not know your ladyship designed only to mock me.
I pray you, I beseech you, sir, to go to your lady.
Must I come in person to entreat you? Your prettiest wretch, would you desert me?
My lady? Then who in the name of wonder?
Nay, I will make no excuses. Come, sir. Come, Tom.
Tom! Lost. All is lost. And he was all the world to me.
She must have returned to her room.
By all that's fortunate, Mistress Honor.
By all that's unfortunate, Mr. Blifil.
Where be your mistress?
She ordered her horse an hour ago to ride to London, and I've not seen her since.
Jezebel.
Gentlemen.
Tell me, is that beggar Tom Jones with her?
Pardon me? Ha! My picture of joy. Sir, I never interfere with other people's businesses. But I promise you, Tom Jones is no beggar.
What? The meddling barber. Come, sir, if you know aught of Mr. Jones, I bid you tell me.
So, the meddling barber begins to be appreciated, eh?
I promise you shall be well rewarded.
So you say? I expect no less. What would Squire Weston give to have the two missing turtle doves restored?
Both. Where are they?
Suppose you peep through yonder keyhole. I've had a look myself.
Oh, Jezebel! Now we have you by the heels. Come, sir, I promise you shall receive liberal treatment at Squire Weston's house.
Oh, no, no! I've had quantum sufficient at his feet.
As you wish. Come, Squire, your daughter is found.
Where be my daughter? Mary, our teacher? Be she?
There, within that room.
My Weston, Tom Jones. Now I've caught her. I want my daughter. I
drink good liquor all the day, and leave behind a kiss to pay the price. What have you there?
Lady's love.
I seem surprised, for me, and yet it cannot be.
The paper that is pinned thereon, whose writing bears it?
Sophia Western.
'Tis the young ladies who have lately gone away.
Fall. Now I am undone. Where is she?
She's on the way to London. She's on the way to London.
The past is big, and let's be gone. Stay, my purse.
That's nothing in it.
Then will I go afoot.
I must not lose him yet. You are embarrassed. I am in your debt. I
to show off a gentleman's figure.
Ah, if you have one to show. Now here, for instance, are two figures that a fashionable dance and show off to advantage.
Your lordship is seeking a partner for the gallows.
Go, that be damned, I'm not...
Nay, cannot you see? His lordship provides his own partner.
I tell you, I be Squire Weston.
What the great Squire Weston?
The elegant Squire Weston.
The learned and fashionable Squire Weston.
What did I tell you, Dobbin? I do know Squire Weston in London. Now, I come up to London on a little bit of business, seeking my daughter. I do hear she come up to this place where a frumping, romping old cat of a kinswoman of mine, Lady Bellaston.
Lady Bellaston. Then is your daughter the new country beauty who has broken all our hearts?
Oh, very likely. They do say she'd be very much like me.
And is this the bridegroom you decide for?
What this? That be Dobbin, my servant.
Oh, this is not the Mr. Blyfield you've heard of.
Blifeld? My daughter ain't gonna marry no penniless, scrounging, cast-up rogue of a Blissel. I told her I'd never let her marry that son of... What are you laughing at, Dobbin? But if you do know her, maybe you could put me in a way to find her.
'Tis likely you may find her in the tea rooms.
Tea room? Dobbin, you look in the tea room, I'll look in the ale houses. Which way the way, gentlemen?
Oh, this way is fine.
What? Gregory!
Aye, be gone.
Aye, he be seeking Miss Sophia in the alehouses. He won't be back for hours. So does he brought Miss Sophia to London?
Aye, it's Squire's coach.
An honour? Where be your sweetheart?
Oh, I have other sweethearts now, Dobby. I'd be too countrified for me. My mind have been open since I come to London.
And do he shut it again before the traffic? Little brain rattle. Well, Dobbin, have you any news of Master Jones?
What, haven't you heard? He be the lawful begotten son of Squire Allworthy's sister.
Master Jones?
Aye, Master Jones, Master Bliffel's elder brother. And Bliffel knew it all the time. But Bliffel be disgraced and cast off now.
Rare news. This then was what the Upton barber meant.
Aye, 'twas him sent news to Squire Allworthy.
Oh, my clever Benji. I could kiss him for this.
Here, Honor, I think he do forget he do love me.
I'll tie a knot in my kerchief to remind me. Mr. Partridge be 10 times cleverer and wiser than you, and more faithful. But where is he, and Mr. Jones?
Nay, haven't you seen them? They be come to London with Lady Bellaston.
What? Master Jones come to London with Lady Bellaston?
There, I told thee. I knowed I'd seen Master Jones at Lady Bellaston's door.
Lady Bellaston? It couldn't be. I tell you didn't.
I tell you I did, so there.
Didn't, so there.
Well, maybe I didn't.
But he said he did.
Then maybe I'll be a liar.
Well, don't get angry. Maybe you do. But if this should be true, if I could only meet Mr. Partridge now.
Honor, what do you mean?
What? You be in distress and handcuffing. Madam, may I have the pleasure of introducing your ladyship to the sights of London?
Thank you, but we can see one or two of them for ourselves. Are you laughing at us?
Nay, let me die.
Well, I don't see nothing else to laugh at. Come away, Honor.
Nay, you may take yourself away, you may take anything else away, but you shall not deprive us of our honour.
But she be my Honor.
Now come, you ungenteel, ignorant, vulgar bumpkin. Can't you see you are dethroned?
I tell you I be Somersetshire. I want my Honor. Come away, Honor. Come away.
What be they doing to him?
They won't hurt him. Come, my Honour Willis. What will you give me if I buy you a gift from the fair?
La, sir. In a country, the men give what they can afford and take what they can get.
Over green river she walked to the fair, as the May morning early broke crimson and wagging, and the lark sang cheerily a high over the air. And all were ready to tie her hair.
To leave her room. There's double dealing in it, there's trickery. I'm more than ever sure that if my Sophia ever came to London, she must have gone to her kinswoman, Lady Bellaston. What could I have to say to her whom my heart despises? When even in the presence of my Sophia I cannot find words to speak my passion.
Never
Jack-o'-lantern. Partridge, Partridge.
You call me?
Oh, to think that the loveliest creature in the universe, ever eyes fixed on that very moon which I now behold.
Very pretty, sir. But if my eyes were fixed on a good sirloin of roast beef, you might take the moon and the filleted star.
You are a hungry fellow. You were always thinking of your dinner. It is.
What, Lizzie?
No, it isn't. What were you saying?
Oh, truly, sir, I'm a man of pork of herba. But since Lady Bellaston...
Not another word of that. Are you resolved to make me mad indeed?
Not for the world, but if you had not been mad...
What then?
Why, then at the wedding there might have been a dinner.
You are a hungry fellow.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You might not have noticed it, sir, but we haven't had one for a week.
Oh, if you're hungry, go and get what you want. You need not wait.
No, the waiter will, though. Ooh, but who comes? Oh, I shouldn't rush about like that. You give yourself up, isn't it?
I bring us something. Anything. A syllabub.
Oh, wow.
A jelly.
Oh,
or a whatnot.
Hey, mate. No whatnots for Benjamin Partridge. Have you any good roast beef, sir? Any fat cake on? Any right Lincoln ale?
Aye, sir.
Then bring them. Bring all of them. Bring mountains of them. Bring heaps of them. Bring all you've got, and then order some more.
Aye, sir. And while you wait, sir, you might have a chance to see the new country beauty who set the gardens ablaze last night. Kinswoman of my Lady Bellaston's, I believe.
Lady Bellaston, where?
Here, on the lake, sir.
Partridge, it is.
What? Something to eat?
No, my Sophia, she's found. She's found.
Ah, here is another of them. Nay, I do live by mischief. It is the Upton Barber. Now for this wonderful news about Master Jones.
Oh, a petticoat. This must be attended to. Madam, your ladyship's a sir.
Sir, your lordship's most obedient.
Let me perish. But your ladyship looks divinely.
Let me die, sir, but I vow your lordship has a great gift of flattering.
Oh?
Flattering? I marvel that I have never met your lordship at court.
A lady at court?
But perhaps your lordship's estates are situated in the country.
And my estates, madam, are scattered. Horribly scattered.
Aye, up and down your customers' chins.
Madam?
I say you must go up and down to get the accustomed crops in.
I was about to ask your ladyship to take a refreshment. Egad, not the price of a penny shave to wet the whistle of a lady at court. On further consideration, I find there is no locus standi.
No?
Locus standi. No room for standing. As my friend Lady Bellaston was saying to me.
Lady Bellaston?
Ah, friend of yours?
No, yours?
Ah, yes. Ah, friend of my childhood, dear lady, betrothed to another great friend of my childhood, heir and nephew to the great Squire Allworthy.
Why, that must be...
Oh, nay, we must be off with the old love before we mention the new.
And who is the old love?
Oh, Tom, little fool, for my friend Tom. I mean, my friend Thomas. I had to run away from home to get rid of. But she came running after us, and came upon us at an inn where my friend Thomas was staying with his new wife.
Lady Bellaston?
Oh, nay, I never told you so.
My mistress shall hear of this.
Your mistress? Honour!
And to think my mistress is crying her out for your precious Master Jones. I go and tell her at once.
Oh, I can't let her get away with this news. No, honour! Honour!
He knows the birds in yonder row.
I know her ladyship has a surprise for you.
A surprise? I thought I saw...
Why, who is this fellow?
This lady's most obedient servant to command.
Gentlemen, I have something to say. My friend...
Ladies wish with our command.
I see, madam, you are surprised.
Indeed, I am surprised.
Ah, my Sophia, pardon me for this once calling you so. Did you but know the 1,000 torments I have suffered in this blunt pursuit?
Pursuit? Of whom?
Can you be so cruel as to ask that question? Need I say, of you?
Of me? Has Mr. Jones then such important business with me?
Business? I have to return to these tablets which you left at the inn.
What? You would remind me?
Oh, my Sophia, you cannot hate or despise me more than I do myself for what has happened. But believe me, my heart was ever faithful to you.
Why, Mr. Jones, do you take the trouble to make a defence when you are not accused?
Nay, then if I am so indifferent to you.
To come to you, I have left everything.
By heaven, I scarce wish you should pardon me. Oh, my Sophia, and so never cast a thought on such a wretch as I, and when I am gone.
Tom, how can you be so cruel?
What? Can you be so kind?
I should not have broken in upon you so abruptly if I had known you had company.
Madam, I...
And who is this gentleman? Oh, some weeks ago I mislaid my pocket tablet. This gentleman having very luckily found...
But was unable to return until today, as I sought for her lodging in vain.
My cousin had very good luck in accidentally meeting you here. Since your business is at end...
I have no more to do than to take my leave. Porridge!
I tell you, I will tell her.
But first let me
My
explain.
Mistress Shelley here.
But let me speak first.
What is the meaning of this?
It means you're cozened and deluded, madam. That your precious master Jones boasts yet to run away from your love, and now decides to marry your fine cousin Lady Bellaston
I
there.
swear this is not true.
Then ask that Scanderbag.
Scanderbag?
Who was the lady with him at that?
A very amusing story. So this is Mr. Jones. To be sure, now I recognise him. So you followed me here after all. Lady Bellaston. Nay, it is not true. Even now you did not know her. My poor child. Would you have a gentleman of honour speak the truth like a booby? Nor would I have him lie like a lady of quality. Speak, Tom. What? Are you dumb, Tom? Surely you are too seasoned and varied a lover to be afraid of a discarded mistress.
Madam.
Nay, I will leave you to make excuses and adieu. Come, gentlemen. Come, Honor.
Stay, Sophia. I can explain.
What need is there to explain? Say it is not true.
I cannot say
Then
that.
there is no more to say. I thought you had been thoughtless. I did not think you could be treacherous. Come on now.
I'm going out.
Damnation! Easy, fool, blockhead.
Excuse me, sir, I'll make amends.
Amends, you've amended me out of love and all that made like puzzle. I'm no more of your impudent meddling.
Impudent meddling? Get too brute, eh? I shall just go up into a corner and starve. Starve? Yes, starve. I've been practising all week.
Yes.
Past tense. The last of my little fortune paid our way to this festivity.
Oh, faithful old friend. I'll go seek out Lady Bellaston. Now that I can speak my mind freely, I'll put an end to this mischief. And then, if I may not live for Sophia, I'll be content to die for the king.
Huh. And while you're dying for the king, I'm dying of hunger. The prime and strictly, Gregory's your way.
I've been running from Squire Weston.
Oh, he's a squire here?
Aye, he come to London to look for his daughter. She be here with honour.
Yes. Yes, I know.
What, have you seen honour?
I've sucked full of honour. Though I be empty of all else, I have had more than enough of honour.
She don't want a man to knock some sense into her head, saying you was a better man than me.
Did Honour say that?
Aye, marry. I said she must have gone crazy in the head.
Gregory, look at me. There is method in her madness. But please, I see her approaching.
Then I be going to ask her to wed with I and be done with love making.
Nay, stay, why not let me do it for you?
What will he ask her?
Why not? You've tried and failed. Now, leave it to me. Get behind that tree.
La, Mr. Garber, you've broken my mistress's heart.
I? No hearts, perfidious one. What have you done to poor Gregory's heart?
Oh, he be a born fool. So Gregory I've been talking to he.
Oh, poor Gregory. He's so eager to marry you because he wants to knock some sense into your head.
What? Did he say that? Lord, if that be what he wants, I'd be quite ready to make a match of it.
What did she say?
What's that?
What's what?
I thought I heard a noise.
Ah, the autumn leaves falling. The bark from the trees.
I suppose Gregory didn't tell you how he do carry on with Lady Bellaston's maid, did he, Mr. Partridge?
No. Tell me some more.
No. Yes, he did, and I'll never speak to him again.
Oh, let me kiss you better.
If you're doing that for me, you can stop.
Guileless you, can't you see I'm doing my best for you?
Oh, you are doing your best.
Yes.
Nay, then I'll leave it to you.
Ooh. Gregory, your hand. This simple trust touches me, but you are making a mistake. Have you ever considered what matrimony costs? No. Have you ever considered how much bacon and egg your wife will consume? No. Have you ever considered how much your children will consume? No. 3, 4, 5, 6, what am I? Hey, Gregory, my boy, I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall relieve you of this dreadful incubus. I shall sacrifice myself on the altar of friendship. Gregory, I shall be the father of your children.
Says a well-known foreign drinker, and his love has been big and true, and words enough to kick on. Is never enough for two, is never enough for two.
And that could be eternally won't you come and live it up? They may go on, they may go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, they may go on, they may go on.
Have you seen your father? What father? Here, I, madam. He's seeking you. He consents now to your marriage with Master Jones.
Alas, that can never be. But let us find him.
You can't go this way, madam. Here's Master Jones with Lady Belliston.
Anywhere to avoid that woman.
Go there, in the arbour, madam.
What? You would throw me off like a discarded girl when I have sacrificed to you my honour, my reputation?
If your ladyship means that my visit to the cause of scandal, then scandal should be at once removed.
You willfully misunderstand me. Have I not told you that my house, my estate is at your disposal?
And have I not told your ladyship that this is a favour I can never accept?
Nay, then your behaviour is all of a piece. I am neglected, slighted for a country girl, an idiot, who shows her appreciation of your broken fortunes.
Madam, I will not listen to your reproaches against her, which are as baseless as my claims to your favour.
Confusion, my friends. Ah! A pretty conspiracy. Take your bumpkin then. I find he is but a beggarly low fellow, who has been the object of my charity.
You have heard?
All.
Then you know the depth of my disgrace, the hopelessness of my despair. In pity, can you forgive me?
The forgiveness must be yours. I should have trusted and did not.
Nay, forgiveness is the privilege of goodness and purity. Sophia?
Tom.
My Tom, I'm glad to see thee with all my heart. And you, sir, can you give me your consent to be married tomorrow?
Of course, Father. Since such are your commands, I dare not be guilty of disobedience.